Good evening. This is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Make sure I'm recording. I've got to replace the head gasket on the Harbor Freight generator. Now, this poor old thing has had a rough life from the beginning because the day I unpacked it, the spark plug thing was broke. So that's awkward. I have to remove the shroud here first, plastic shroud. I'm working in the dark, so I'm guessing on my sockets. Use extension. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I am off the grid for those who don't follow my videos every day, and I make daily videos of my life here out in the off-grid homestead, but I had a series of problems recently where my batteries had died and I just got them replaced, but there was no sun today. Now let me give you a close-up here of this mess. My little Harbor Freight generator was my standby power, and you can see all the goop coming out of it. This was my standby generator. Well, that's all I've got for now, and it was, as you can see, not doing well. The head gasket was blown. I had patched it up somewhat and rigged it together temporarily, but it didn't last forever. I mean, nothing lasts forever. And I hope you can see that slop dripping out of there. So the head gasket is shot good. So I'm going to make a new head gasket for this little thing, and hope I can keep it running, because with the Harbor Freight generators, it's hit and miss if you get one that runs well. And I got one that runs. I mean, the generator generates power. It works. And I'd really like to keep it. Although I still have a bit of a guarantee on it. I could get a new one, but it may or may not be a good one. So I'd rather keep this one running if I can, because it produces power, it works. It was unstable power recently. It was a sloppy power output, but that's because of the blown head gasket, I'm quite sure now. So it's a really simple job to take this cylinder head off. There's just 6 screws. Okay. Yeah, it was blowing out right there. I'm gonna have to clean that. And at least it worked a while. It was fouling up. Oh boy, it was fouling up. Yeah, it'll run better. Well, let's see if I can get that off. Oh good. Okay. I'll have to clean that spot where that was leaking and give you a shot of this. There's the head. Alright, you can see where, I hope you can see it clearly enough, where the thing was leaking through here. You can see where the head gasket was blown and the goop had come through the side. Here as well on the cylinder, you can see all the slop on this side over here, how filthy it is from it leaking through the head gasket. There was a lot of unburnt fuels and stuff. The exhaust doesn't look to be exactly right, but it's crooked. It's solid. I guess it is how it is. It's just installed crooked. Well, anyway, I have some head gasket making material, and I'm going to take this inside and trace it. And actually, I'm going to trace it right here and keep it clean inside. And then I'll take the gasket maker inside and cut out the new gasket, and then I'll bring it out here and put it back together. In the meantime, I've got to figure a way to clean this off. So I'm going to get a paper towel and wipe off what I can. See if I can find a tiny little bit of a corner of sandpaper, super fine sandpaper, just to scuff that little bit off right there, so that that burnt filth is off. So I'm going to do that off camera, but just trust me when I say I'm just going to clean that up. It's just too awkward to try to show you everything in here in the dark and the cold out here. Changed my mind. Decided to see if you can watch with me as I do this or not. I don't know if you can see that. It's awkward because with my headlamp I can't see what you see. So this is, yeah, I got my new batteries back from NAPA Auto, my golf cart batteries, which I use for my off-grid solar power, but they were empty. They were drained off the shelf. I cannot complain because they treated me well and gave me replacement batteries, so I will not complain. But I don't like the idea of, I'm going to be very careful. This is 400 grit sandpaper. I just want to get that little bit of stuff right there off. Oh great, it's snowing on me. Not cool. Not cool at all. Oh nice. That cleaned up really nice. Emery cloth would do the job as well. Just to get that junk out of there so the new head gasket will seal. That's all you want to do. You want to make sure that new head gasket can seat on there right. Okay, and same with the cylinder head. Now I want to make sure there's no shavings, nothing in here at all. You do not want any dirt, shavings, or filth inside your engine. Obviously sandpaper in your engine would not be very good for the life of your engine. Okay, yeah, that's clean. Okay, now over here, that sticky stuff. Can you see what I'm doing down here? Okay, good. Sorry about that. Really sorry. I mean, it's. I'm trying to show you. A lot of people might learn from this, I'm sure. And I'm trying my best to show you what I'm doing in the dark while it's snowing on me. I've got no power anywhere at all right now. This is it. This is my source of power that I'm going to have. And what I'm going to do is once I get this running again, I'll use it to charge up my new batteries because there was no sun today. So just want to clean it up where it was burning through. There was quite a hole in there. Just want to get that goop out of there. Alright. It's raining on me now, so. Alright, now, while I'm inside cutting this, I'm going to have this set together so that nothing gets in there. It's really starting to come down on me here. Put my shroud upside down so it's protected a little. Okay, now I've got to go in and get a pen, and I'm going to come over here. That's the same size. I'll get a pen and come out here and trace this. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to trace. Okay, now I'm going to bring this over to the corner here, and I'm just going to trace it. And especially concentrating on the inner circle of it. That's most important. The inside circle. Okay. Now I'm going to go inside with that. So I got to trace out the screw holes. I'm going to go inside with that and make my gasket here in a few minutes. Okay, there's that. So we'll go inside. Sorry, I thought I was recording. Hope you can see what's going on here. I cut this out with a pair of scissors so you didn't miss anything. I really thought I was recording, so I'm always checking to see if I'm recording. And I wasn't this time, am I? Yes, good. It's very awkward. I can't barely see. Yeah, this isn't going to cut that easy. Am I going through it all? Not really. Boy. I gotta figure out how to cut that out. This is really like, it's a metallic substance. Hey, go away. Cat is trying to play with my stuff while I work. Yeah, I'm not getting through that with a carpet knife. Alright, I gotta give that some thought and see what I can cut that with. I'll be back in a while. Well, this is tedious, but you know, what are you gonna do? A punch would have been nice. The carpet knife wasn't doing the job, so I've got a drill. And I'm just very, very slowly I'm making holes. Well, that one won't go through. There it did. Slowly making holes, and then I'm going to go with the carpet knife and punch out in between. I tested off camera first to get an idea. And this is what I've been doing for the last 10-15 minutes here. A Dremel would probably be good, but they require power. And mine is, I do have a DC one, but it's not charged right now because I don't have any power. So, gotta get this generator going tonight, get this thing hooked up, get some power in this place. Oops. Now I'm just going on the inside edge of my lines that I drew, hoping that I can get a neat enough edge in there with a carpet knife when I'm done, and then see if it'll fit on there. So I'm going to finish this a little bit. Okay, I finished my drilling. Oh, I gotta drill one more hole right there. Didn't quite get through right there. Yeah, it slips. That's not nice. This is really not the neatest gasket I've ever made in my life. Of course, I've never made a head gasket before. Cereal boxes are the greatest for carburetor gaskets. Made a lot of carburetor gaskets out of cereal boxes in my days. Good stuff. Now when I'm done, I'm going to pound this flat with a hammer, gently. Actually, I have a rubber mallet, which is perfect for the job. I figure out where I put it. I'll grab that. Make sure this is flat on the edges that I'm cutting. There it is. Alright. I got one more thing to do yet though. Before I'm done, I've got to drill out the bolt holes. So I'm going to tap them first with a small drill bit right dead center. The drill bit sort of wants to slide on the metal reinforcing inside this, so that's why it's awkward to drill when I'm going so slow. I know this is not the most professional head gasket in the world, so please do not take this as an example of my best performance. By no means is this the best way to make a gasket. This is off-grid emergency head gasket because I've got no power. So awkward. Okay. Well, now it's not pretty. I think it's going to do the job. And get my rubber mallet. Okay, I've got my rubber mallet. I just want to tap those edges down flat. Bunch of metal lips on there now. Okay, well, hope it'll do the job. Just make sure it's all flat now again. Okay, we'll go out and try it on for size. Hope it works. Well, hope this fits. Hope it runs. Might have to widen the bolt hole. Yes, I'm going to have to widen the bolt holes a little bit. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, this is very crude at best, but got it. Got it on there. My homemade gasket is on. Now let's see if I can get the screws or the bolts through. That's going to be a trick. Looks like that one went. And it went. Might work. Might work. I think I'll have an engine running here in a little bit. It's really dark out. Oops. I couldn't find anything online for servicing these, so I don't know what the torque specs are, so I'm just going to go by feel. So I think at first I'm just going to take it gentle on these bolts, and I'm going to let it run a little, and then I'm going to torque it again a little bit because I want to seat that head gasket properly. It might not be very even all the way around, so I'm not really torquing as hard. I'm just going around, tightening a little bit at a time. Okay. Let's put this on here, see if the whole thing will run. So you watched it live, no editing. Now we have a leak. Oh, sounds like, where's our leak? Sounds like an exhaust leak, actually. I think everything's coming apart on this whole thing. I think I might have to take it in now. I don't know. Everything's coming apart. And it's raining pretty hard on me. Try it again. I don't know, maybe I didn't have it tight enough. Oh, there it is. There it is. Live, non-edited. Restoration of the Harbor Freight generator. This one never did run very smooth. At least now I can get some power going in a tiny house on wheels. Hopefully. It's really not very smooth. Oh well. Let's see if I get some power inside the house. But it's running. I've got my Harbor Freight generator running outside, and I've got this set in 20 amps. I was trying it at 2 amps and nothing was happening. I've got it on my 2 golf cart batteries, the 2 brand new batteries, and I've got 12.1 volts reading here, 12.3 on the charge controller readout. Don't know why it's not the same, but it is. There, it's going up. I wanted to do, well, I've got 2 amps, 20 amps, 55 and 150 amps. Well, 20 amps is the best I can do then right now. And with 200 amp hour batteries, that's 20 amps is 10%, so it should not be too harmful on the batteries. I did research, of course. Generally you want to use 20% or less for a gentle charge. So baby cat's curious. So I've got 20 amps, should take 10 hours to bring these back up and fill them. And that would be 2 tanks of gas with a Harbor Freight generator. I do not want to go any higher than that. So batteries at the charge controller are reading 12.5. Can you see that? 12.6 and rising. I am gaining some power here. Definitely have to let this run a while, because these came empty from the shop. But I'm not going to complain, because they gave me 2 brand new batteries. I will definitely not complain. They took care of me well. So I'll let this run a while, at least till that little Harbor Freight generator runs out of gas. I'm going to run it through at least a full tank of gas. Right now I know there's not much left in it, probably half a tank or less, so I'll top it off when it runs out, and just keep an eye on the charge controller's readout, which I trust more. 12.7 right now, so I'm just going to really keep an eye on this stuff, make sure I don't hurt the batteries while I'm charging these. So check back with you in a while.